We're going to play an interesting game today at English Excellence with Chhaya. Guess these idioms. These phrases, idioms have the power to elevate your language, impress, and trust me, it's a huge confidence boost if you're able to use it effectively. So let's see if you can guess them. Basically, when you use an idiom, you never have to think of it literally. If you think of the meaning literally, you will end up using it miserably. So trust me, try to understand the figurative usage, the application metaphorically, so that you can have the apt, effective use of the idiom. That's the premise of today's exercise. Let's see if you can guess these. First up, we have carry the weight on one's shoulder. Well, can you guess the meaning of this one? What could it be? Well, you may be thinking exercise. Trust me, it's got nothing to do with exercise. It basically means someone who shoulders responsibility, someone who's carrying burden on his shoulders, or is taking on the weight of things so that he says he will handle it. For example, right from a tender age, the child carried the weight on his shoulders of his entire family in terms of providing for them and taking care of all their needs. So, when I'm saying something like this, it's got nothing to do with gym or exercise. It essentially is referring to carrying the burden or taking on the weight of responsibility. Are you a foodie? Food is something that is constantly playing on your mind. But trust me, the next idiom has got nothing to do with food. Can you guess and tell me what is eat humble pie? Well, eat humble pie essentially refers to, yes, you guessed it right. The word humble is the hint actually. If you have been slightly snooty, egoistic, and you ended up saying something which was not very, nice and something which was very offensive, you could say sorry by eating the humble pie. So to eat humble pie essentially means accepting your mistake, apologizing for it, and being humble about it. You love sailing? Well, the next one's for you, but trust me, it's got nothing to do with sailing. If I say in the same boat, what do you think this idiom means? Is it referring to a trip that you're taking together, probably in the same boat? No. Let's guess this one. Well, in the same boat, figuratively, it means being in the same situation, experiencing the same challenge, going through it together in a way. So, don't worry, I'm in the same boat is basically you assuring someone else, don't worry, I'm in it with you. Blood on one's hands. Well, gory as it may sound, or for that matter, if you think this is violent, something that is not very, warm or something which scares you, trust me, it's got nothing to do with violence. But yes, it does have something to do with being a silent spectator or being a participant in something which was not right. So if I say that I have blood on my hands too, that means that I've been a part of a system or a setup or a process or a situation where I, silently participated in the injustice. I was not fair and I allowed it to happen. So I have blood on my hands too. So, for example, if you feel that you want your country to grow, your country to flourish, blossom, bloom, you need to be a sincere, diligent taxpayer. If you're not someone who's paying your taxes regularly, trust me, you have blood on your hands too. Spill milk. The next idiom refers to a liquid that you spill, but it's got nothing to do with beverages or nothing to do with spilling as well. It has a figurative usage. So, cry over spilled milk. Can you guess this one? Basically, if you're someone who cries over spilled milk, you're someone who's crying over something that is done, gone, nothing can be done about it now. So, don't cry over spilled milk. If a situation has gone beyond control, if things are not going, as you wish they should have gone. Or for that matter, the damage is done. So let it be. Don't cry over spilled milk. This idiom is associated with a bird, chicken. Essentially, it is chicken out. But trust me, it's got nothing to do with chickens. In fact, it has to do with quite the opposite. It has something to do with fear. So if you can guess this one, let me know. If I'm saying that someone's chickening out, what do you think it means? I gave you a huge hint. Yes, I think you got this right. If someone is chickening out, basically they are taking a step back. They committed to something, but now they are not so sure. So it's got to do with fear. It's got to do with anxiety. It's got to do with the lack of commitment towards something. So when you retrace your steps, when you step back, when you don't commit to something which probably you said yes to in the first place, you are chickening out. Has this happened to you before? Have you ever made a U turn or chickened out? It cost me an arm and a leg. Well, don't worry, no one's taking your limb away. But what is it that this particular idiom means? It's got to do with limbs, but it's not got to do with any body part essentially, and it's not really referring to something to do with your body. When you say something costs you an arm and a leg, you're probably saying it's extremely expensive. It costs you a lot. Okay. So when something, involved coughing up a hefty sum, paying a huge amount of money for something, you probably could say it cost me an arm and a leg. If you could guess the idioms of, the meanings of these idioms, I believe you fall in the bracket where you're familiar with figurative usage of language. And it's good. You're working in the right direction. You're developing or building or cultivating your vocabulary definitely in the right direction. And we at English Excellence with Chhaya would love to help you increase your pace in the right direction. You could reach out to us for enrolling in our programs, and we would love to guide you on our courses. Having said that, if you're enjoying our video lessons at YouTube, Insta, go ahead and watch them and enjoy them and learn from them. And yes, definitely happy learning at English Excellence with Chhaya.